Hello, welcome to my first devlog. Um, Talking about the game, how it works, kind of what I'm aiming for, then we'll see where we go from there. So at first, I've got a gameplay loop set up that I'm going to play test in a second. The idea is it's a psychological horror based around number stations. I find them fascinating, so that was kind of the topic I want to steer ahead. So, what are the psychological horror aspects? There aren't much yet. So, I wanted to do things like, places to explore, different kind of like maybe ghostly events. But I really want to try and make it seem like it's all in the player's head. I'd rather there not be an actual physical entity that you have to do anything on it to try and be really focused, to really kind of make the player doubt. Are they seeing something? Something changed? Has something moved? That's all kind of up in the air at the moment. So for now, I've just got a very, very basic gameplay loop working with AI, hiding mechanics, basic puzzles, my radio station, which I've worked quite a lot on, and it's still not perfect. I'm still not 100% happy with it, so sure things will change. So at the moment, solving puzzles is just audio. Obviously, first port of call for that is people who are deaf can't enjoy the game. So I need different ways to kind of figure that out. So let me play the game and kind of explain to you kind of what's going on. So I've just greyboxed at the moment. So this is the escape room. There's just different kind of buttons. This is a clue. I want to set up clues so that be like numbers written in blood or book that you hit something, maybe like some sort of UV light that shows something, and you've got to follow. So like mini puzzles leading up to somehow you get this number, because this is the important. Once you've got the number, this is a hiding area. You hop in, hop out. Bit glitchy at the moment, so I need to fix that. Just very basic small map. So this is kind of the main radio. So back. So the idea is you've come into an abandoned bunker, because I don't know, you're some sort of urban explorer, highly interested in number stations, and you found one of the locations. You've gone inside and you're now trapped, and you need to figure out how to get out. So these puzzles lead to clues that help you kind of understand a bit more what's going on. So I need to kind of flesh out some sort of story. Forgive the UI. Just turn the volume down because I don't know how loud it is on your end. Need to figure out what frequency is, which is what this awful looking thing here is. I'm going to have real life number stations set up. The one over here doesn't work. Oh, does it? I'll just type it in manually. Nothing going on there because it's not loaded. In fact, I can actually demonstrate that. So, in my radio, I've got a list of radio stations. Got our number stations here. Set that. So I need to just change around some code. But so I've been using real life number stations, and I've got some of the audio for those. Some of them will need to be changed because some of them include like musical tones, and just a prototype for now. We'll go to radio, go to not broadcast, markers. This is kind of the thing you'll hear. You'll hear these across the channel. If you haven't done already, please turn your volume down as I just cycle through the rest of these so you can kind of hear. I hope you've turned your volume down by now. So the idea of these is military stations generally, well, not all the time. Some of them broadcast markers 24/7. You can find this happening today, especially with this one UVB 76. The idea is to kind of hold that frequency to yourself so that you can broadcast your numbers later, so that no one else can steal the frequency. Essentially, a radio station can't just pop up and then just start playing music. Well, they can, but if you're constantly playing a marker, they're less inclined to want to use that frequency because someone's already there. Essentially, it's like first come, first served. But you can be louder than someone else, and time of day and things like that matters. Have these plans to get stuff like this put in. There are different broadcasts. I've just got like little stations that play music. Again, I hope your sound is still turned down. Give you a second. So just things like this. Or you get like real life broadcasts like this. So it will play a musical tone, and then that will start broadcasting numbers. But those numbers mean nothing to my game. They could in the future, maybe. But the idea is I want it to try and make a somewhat realistic radio. You know, not only one thing is going to be broadcasting on a frequency. You're going to hear things up and down. I need a few red herrings to get the player to find the clues around to find one that they want. So let's play the game. I can't remember what the frequency was, so let's go and have a look. 9132. So come to the radio station, 9132. I punch in 9132. And then this is my marker. 300606. So this just spells the word cubby. I've called that little section that we were just in cubby. 0. Let me just stop that. And then what's going to happen is something's now happening. They found the correct frequency. They've inputted. They've cracked the code. They've got the word being cubby. This could be a sentence. This could be whatever I like, really. Just kind of to flesh out the story a bit more. Let me go turn that off. Maybe the clue sends them to a room, and they've got to figure out a puzzle to do in that room to be able to solve it. For now, it's just a button. So they go to the room, get the button, and there's no clue here anymore. That's now gone. Of course, the old clues will stay there, but for now, I need to see kind of which one's active. So this one's not active, which is going to be the medical room. So 8728. 8728. So again, that marker's playing.
4 1 6 1 5 3 7.
So there are different ways to. Sorry. There are different ways to crack these puzzles. So number stations don't just broad numbers. Funnily enough, it can be words. There could be a word pad where certain words relate to certain things. There's a station out of North Korea that's kind of, I guess, infamous is the word, for broadcasting like page 94, word 17. So in some sort of book, you would go to page 94, word 17, that's your word, and then it will keep saying things like that until it generates the sentence it kind of wants to give to their operatives, I guess. So we could do something like that. I forgot that. I think it was 9789. 9879. 9879. The idea is, as more puzzles I solve, I want the environment to become more aggressive to you. Hearing whispers, or you find a frequency channel, people having a conversation might notice that you're listening and start getting angry or something like that. Things happen around you. I really need to kind of add in those horror elements that will kind of like flesh out this game. But just the very basic, very, very core kind of gameplay loop. So what was it? 9879?
0, 4, 8, 0, 6, 0, 6.
So here comes the hard bit. So it's gonna kind of be hard for me. Ah, you bitch. So this is my AI. She spawns when you've solved all the puzzles. I'm gonna die.
Is complete.
AI is quite good, very good at tracking. It searches. It will remember your last known location. Ideally, the area would be bigger so you could get away easier. And then essentially, what you would do is get out once you've solved all the kind of puzzles. Maybe there's something that chases you, which I've just done for now. Maybe there's something else that goes on. I don't have all the details yet because I'm not quite sure myself. But obviously the idea is you trap, you need to escape. So once we've solved all the puzzles through the radio, completed all the little mini puzzles, solved it, we've then found out a way to get out. Maybe all these clues you get, you go to a room and then you find another clue which leads to the bigger, like the final puzzle, let's say. And the final puzzle will give you instructions on how to get out. Right, you need to activate this generator, but you need to fuel it. And then before you can do that, you need to complete, you need to ensure that wires are all connected, and maybe there's a code that you've got to put in to access the door, something like that. And then all you would simply do is run out. So I'm thinking like big, heavy bunker door opens, wind comes in, kind of daylight outside, it brightens up the place, I guess. And you just through. At the moment, it's just you have not completed any puzzles. Yeah, so that's what I have for now. Obviously, there's some bugs to iron out. There's a map to make. There's lots of different bits to flesh out. I'm going to start focusing on my kind of horror elements now. I want to create. First thing I want to create is probably maybe like some sort of like seated animation, where you would sit down at the radio, then you can pan around as you hear things going on, and say, let me turn this off. Say I'm sat here and I'm doing something on the radio and I hear someone whispering over to my left. I look over. I'm still sat down. I look over to my left, and then I just see something. He's sat in the corner or something like that. And then as soon as I lock eyes with it, it disappears. As soon as I look at it directly at it, it disappears. Something like that. Just like, did I really see something? Or also do like field of vision checks, things like that, and then have it flash for like a second or something. Or maybe I'm just roaming around the place, and see someone walk in there, and I'm just like, hey, what was that? I go follow in there. There's loads of different things that I can do. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. So I hope you find it somewhat interesting, and hope you'll follow me on my journey. Thank you very much.